What's up, fellow journeyers? So today we're gonna be moving and organizing from this 40-foot Grand Design Solitude 378 MBS. Is there anything in here you haven't worn in the last 6 months?
Possibly.
Yeah.
To this, our 2025 44-foot 414 LJMJ. I want the journey in my life, and I don't want my stuff holding me back. It's time to let go and get going.
Shakers, don't ever silence your voice, dream makers.
We get to move in. It's move-in day. I think what makes this so makes me so nervous is because I have been putting off our organization and downsizing as things have been accumulating in our RV, and I'm like, oh, I'll do it when we move. I think that's why I'm so nervous. So I'm just taking a look around. I'm checking out my space here. What do I have to work with? Yeah. Here we go. The good news is we do have, you know, a little extra space per se on footage, but I guess we're gonna find out what that's gonna look like storage wise and give it a go. Let the fun begin. It is move-in time.
All right, so the plan today, we have a plan?
One bite at a time, is that how you eat an elephant?
I think a lot of it's momentum with Marissa, so I need to let her just, if she's flowing into the kitchen stuff, the kitchen will come first. If she's flowing into the bedroom will come first.
I feel like I need to go over there and just eliminate and bring over here what we want to make it into this RV.
Well, it's tough because we don't know what'll fit in here yet. As far as moving, we're gonna get some steps in today. We parked this on our back spot, and then each time we grab something, we're gonna walk through the woods to the RV on the other side. I could bring the truck over here, we could load the truck and unload it, but it's like, this is a real gradual process. It's like we bring something in and it kind of gets put away, because we can't like bring everything all at once anyways. There's just no room. It'll just clutter everything up. It feels very overwhelming now that I've taken a second to think about what we've got going on. I think I'm just gonna start here. Then I'll probably go to this. Uh-oh. Now we're talking. S'mores. It's like it's more decision fatigue than actual physical fatigue by the time I get done. There'll be some physical fatigue today too. About to see how much smaller this is. What's the one rule we're gonna keep in mind while we do this move?
The 80% rule, which our 80% rule has kind of started gradually creeping up to like the 95, 99, 101% rule.
So what we mean by the 80% rule is that you have designated spaces, and my thought is you're always going to fill the space you have. And so if you can mentally fill that space at 80% instead of 100%, number one, you can find things easier because you're not moving things to find things. Number two, it helps with the wear and tear of where you're storing it at. Like drawers don't break and clothing racks don't break, and things don't get, and even your clothes or maybe not belongings get kind of, wrinkled and shoved in. So it like takes care of the possessions. They're actually in better shape because of it.
I know for me, it just clears up mental space. I'm feeling very confined because I have allowed myself to, overpack. Just kind of excited to get my mind uncluttered, although it's really hard. Like clothes are the things that's hard for me to let go of.
Is there anything in here you haven't worn in the last 6 months?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I think this is just Nathan's happy place. Nathan loves eliminating and organizing. He's less junk and I'm more journey. I literally do this because I want the journey in my life, and I don't want my stuff holding me back. If you watch our channel, if this is the first time you've watched our channel or you've watched it multiple times, no, it is possible for a junkie like me. Like I love my stuff, and it's been a process. I am proof that you can do this. It is hard, but it is worth it. And as hard as this is, I know the reward on the other side because I've experienced it over the past 10 years. I've experienced the journey. I've experienced the family time. I've experienced travel and freedom because I'm able to let go. This is an overwhelming experience. I am not minimal. I'm minimal-ish. It takes a lot of work for me, a lot of practice. It's worth it, and I'm going to get there.
2
hours later.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. This has been harder than I thought. I think you don't realize what you have until you get it all out and you visually see it. This is eye-opening how much stuff that I have to go through. I think something that really helps me is, number one, have things you love. When I'm going through my old things, I'll say, if I was in a store right now, would I buy this? And if the answer is no, then I probably don't need it. But if I'm like, yes, I would buy this, I'm excited about this, then, you know, that's kind of a keep. We'll just keep chipping away at it and see, I don't even know. So.
So basically yesterday, all we did was move stuff. In an RV, especially, you have to almost like just let everything throw up into the RV. And then you're like, okay, I got to organize all this before we can come into the RV. This is probably 95% of what goes in this area into the RV. And what I'm doing is visualizing, okay, if I'm standing here and I'm gonna cook or whatever, like, what do I wanna reach? What do I wanna access? What do I need here? Flip side is when you go with a peninsula layout like this, I've gotta think, okay, unlike the island where we can kind of access things from both sides, you can only access a lot of things from one side, which is good for the cook, bad for everyone else that wants something from the kitchen while the cook's in there. So I'm like, okay, what goes right here? This is like prime real estate to me because this is stuff that might be accessed more often while the cook is back in the kitchen, and we can still get to things without having to like wiggle in here and move around and grab stuff. It's not just about where do things fit. It's about the psychology of the flow and what you need to get to and when you need to get to it. So in our never-ending pursuit of being as heavy as possible, I know Marissa bought this. And she didn't want me to know she bought this. I know what she was doing. So she bought not one, two Dutch ovens. This is heavy. I mean, it's gotta be 20, 30 pounds. My concern is, like, we're bouncing going down the road. So you take 20 pounds, and if it bounces, I don't know what that equates to. That might be 40 pounds. I don't know what these drawers can handle. Come here, Hensley, come pick up this lid. Hold it both hands. You only two hands, ready? Yeah, that's heavy, isn't it? This is like 5 pounds. This is so heavy. It's cast iron. Your mom wanted these.
My mom said that they can cook really well, though.
Okay. So heavy. Oh my gosh. So much. Put that in there somewhere. Okay. Yeah. When people are overweight with RVs, it's not like just one item. I mean, it could be, but typically not. It's usually 100 items. These small decisions, it seem like small decisions where it's 5 pounds here, 10 pounds there, 20 pounds there, and then it just starts adding up. Before you know it, you're 1,000, 2,000 pounds overweight. That's how it happens. That's why it's so easy to be overweight in an RV. This RV, when you go from something larger to something smaller, so if you went from your house to an RV, but for us, we went from an RV to an RV, and although this RV is longer, the interior storage on this is less. I mean, this is it. Like, this is our kitchen. Now we have this as overflow a little bit, and we'll show you that in a minute. And this, I think, turned out to be a lifesaver, right, babe? That is honestly probably 20% of our storage in the kitchen. I mean, like, that added, it was...
Check this out. Yeah. Like, this is our pantry, essentially.
Look at this. Keeps going. Keeps going.
Come on.
I mean, easily accessible. That is awesome.
So, did you check out the
how'd that get there?
those beautiful drawer liners that Nathan installed? I love that.
Our other RV had more storage, but it was like deep cavernous storage where we actually found out we had doubles and triples of things tucked in the back that we couldn't reach when we're moving around. And you don't need doubles and triples of things in RVs. Our trash ended up going in here. I didn't really want it in there. It was originally supposed to go here, but we lost 2 drawers to put 2 trash cans. And we've got another trash can out on the side deck if we need it. So stuff we access a lot.
I don't know if I'm ready. I'm not ready to show. This is us brain dumping and throwing stuff
in. Oh no, this isn't the tour.
And then we go back and then we organize.
And then the junk drawer is the second drawer that I played around with. I could not find organizers that fit in here like I want that are square. And so I actually ended up just, oh, look at Marissa's pen from high school, right? I just made some out of cardboard we had sitting around. And then this is kind of like the kids drawer where stuff, like if JJ wants a bagel or crackers, or Hensley's getting where she can make her own oatmeal and stuff like that, and popcorn, just things that they can grab and make, so they're not constantly coming, you know, back into this area. This is new for us. We're probably going to give up some permanent counter space for this. We have loved it. We've seen some other RVers. RVers love their coffee, and we tried to not do coffee. We made it, we went a month, right?
I think we cut out more than a month.
Maybe 2 months? We
About
tried.
2 months of no coffee.
So we are cutting back on the amount of caffeine we have at least. This is mostly decaf. That way we can have it anytime, anytime during the day.
So it's an automatic espresso machine. I think I've discovered I don't love coffee. I love lattes. So that's where we're at in life.
This is like our coffee section. This is some of our cooking stuff, and here's you can see what's going on there. But the spice rack is sweet, and this is on the Grand Designs. I think it's 2025. I think it's rolling out.
Spice rack.
Yeah, that is awesome.
So nice.
This one I noticed on ours, we've actually got some space here. In our other unit, we didn't have any space here, so we now get to store some stuff here. I'm not sure, this is still a work in progress up here. This is like a medicine cabinet stuff. This is actually a big deal when you're in a small space. Sometimes you don't know how much you have left of something, or if you buy something and maybe you're almost out, but you're already at the store and you buy an extra. It's like, what do you do with the extra stuff? So this is kind of like our extra storage. This is, I don't know, I think that's what's going to be in. So like, this is stuff we have 2 of. And we run out, we check this first, and then we go to the store. It's still being organized, but yeah, just random containers with stamps and stuff like that. So this is when I say like, it's not as much storage, but the way it's organized is pretty epic. We can see everything very quickly in all these containers. That's pretty awesome. Kids room, what do you guys think about your room?
Everything in this house, it has one word to describe it. Awesome. Hey.
You're as tall as me.
So what do you guys think about sharing a room with each other?
It's fine.
Is it good?
Yeah. You were excited about it. Was it what you thought it would be?
Just about.
Well, they're sharing a room, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's nice that they've got actually have more privacy than the other one probably with the extra bathroom. That bathroom's been pretty awesome, hasn't it, Hensley? Yeah. What do you like the most about your room?
Probably that, I guess that I can have a different setup, I like my Pokemon cards.
Okay.
And my TV.
Okay. Yeah, that's new, isn't it? The TV. So how are we doing with the 80% rule?
What do you mean?
If your books are 100% full, it's difficult. I don't know what that.
101.
That's
101.
Yeah. There's some even sitting on top up here, but if it's 80%, you've got room to move them around, find the books you want.
Trying. They just keep falling over like dominoes.
How was storage in here? Was this more or less, or?
There is less hanging space. So, like for hanging space, I would say
So that's
there is less, but as far as like drawer space, there is more, and obviously they have the extra storage in the bathroom too. JJ's drawer, it came up.
It's
Hey, that's pretty well organized.
It's a well organized 100%. Yes.
A well organized 100%.
As long as you never buy anything.
Hey, I did.
And that everything is perfectly folded every time it goes in here. We're good.
I went through all the Hensley's clothes, JJ's clothes, my clothes. We got rid of probably 5 bags of clothes, which is crazy to think going RV to RV.
These are nice. These are full length.
All their toys.
We haven't organized this yet, but toys are going to go over here probably.
So like trains and Magna-Tiles. And we love having a table. That's just...
Yeah.
Oh,
the
that's
table's
already
good.
nice.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness.
The kids play at the table all the time, and we did school there this morning. This keeps falling over all the school.
You get me.
That's a lot of school.
So these have been great for storage with shoes, and this one, I don't know, we selfishly have put our weights in here for now. So we'll see if that's where they stay or not, I don't know. But that has been great. We've got one of them over here, and then we've got another one over on the other side. The bathroom, I'm going to guess, is maybe 20% less storage. We've made it work.
I knew one of the sacrifices for having the bathtub, which has been honestly incredible. I do not regret it. I love it so much, but I would say definitely we had to get rid of this storage here. And we decreased the storage because we added the hamper as well.
Well, we already had a hamper. It was just under the sink last time,
we were using a hamper on this side. I knew that the bathroom would probably be the most challenging part, but I knew it was worth it for the reward of having the tub. And we added this cabinet here on the side, so that added in a little more because we don't have that in our current layout. My medicine cabinet is probably just like a little bit smaller than the one I had before.
As human beings, we fill the space we have. We've been in the lineage from the Airstream in really small spaces. I think if we just know the space that we have is very small, Like, we just kind of accept that and then make decisions as we go, and something comes in, something goes out. But if you have that extra space, you mentally, you're like, I'll figure it out later. And you just keep throwing stuff in there and you just fill it up. And so that's where that whole, again, the 80%, if you could mentally have that 20% barrier, you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. Quickly finding out we do not have the same amount of space in this one as the other.
The closet's the same.
Closet's the same. Closet's great.
So we have the same amount of closet space. We do all season clothes in here. So I know I wouldn't have to go through our clothes and downsize and do all that, knowing we could do summer, winter, and change those out. But I like having everything accessible, especially in the RV life. We're constantly going hot, cold, depending on our location. So I really wanted to accept that challenge of decluttering, downsizing, bringing everything to what I absolutely love and what I need, and feeling that like freedom. It's hard to get to that place. It is a challenge, but I'm just excited for the reward of that.
We took out 2 drawers here, but these drawers are actually wider.
Everything in our other dresser I brought over and put over here. So I didn't lose anything.
I lost a drawer, so.
But you got we got these too.
But that's the difference.
We don't have this.
The storage is actually better. The way that these are laid out, I like a little better. We get to have full length storage in this one, so we gain storage, at least accessible storage here. But yeah, the bedroom overall is really not much different as far as storage. And then I might be thinking, so Nathan, you mean to tell me this RV is 4,000 pounds heavier, 4 feet longer, and you're telling me some of these areas don't have as much storage. What did you do? Well, the living space, the living space is epic. And we got the deck outside. We have way more storage in this RV. It's just some of the living spaces we're used to, because of the modifications we made, we intentionally made the storage smaller in those spaces, knowing we had more storage underneath.
I think it's great. We really thought through how we use this RV in our life, even though some of the areas we prioritized other things that we know we would use in our lives more than the storage. But we really thought through the storage, and we made sure that it was maximized. So I'm really impressed with the storage in here.
Now, if you think this feels small, we lived in a 30-foot Airstream, which is pretty much a tin can, for 3 years. And I'm going to link to the video here of us downsizing in the Airstream, and just basically like going through a really cool concept of what do you do when you want to downsize? How do you choose these different piles that help you choose what to keep, what to give away, what to sell. Well, thank you for joining us for our journey this week. Until next video, we'll catch you guys later.